Hello, welcome to another talk on money, business, and investing. My name is Jose, I'm the founder of the company and brand here at Master Investor. Ensure to subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you know when we go live or upload a valuable talk that can literally change our finances forever. As long as we apply the information that we're learning into our daily lives, then we're going to get results, and that's what it's all about, experiencing the results of the knowledge that we're acquiring and applying into our lives, and also teaching other people. That's the third step. Is number one step is to observe, to absorb, to learn from the right source, and then use that information, implement it into our lives, and then teach somebody else how to do that. That way we become masters at that craft. It's all about finding a need in the world and fill it with a solution, right? And we're going to do that. We're going to be speaking today about the importance of reading financial statements and why we need to master improving our personal financial statement and be able to read it on a daily basis, because every business also has a financial statement and every investment is a business. That's why we talk about business all the time here in our channel when we speak about investing, because we cannot go to investing without talking about business, because essentially investing is business. And as we learn here in our community, that investing means different things for different people. Not everybody is the same type of investor. Here at Master Investor, we define investing as having a plan. Investing is a plan, and we should never invest without a plan. It doesn't matter how much money it is that we're investing. That's besides the point. What matters and what is critical for us to have in place is a plan on how we're going to multiply the capital. What type of investment are we acquiring? How are we going to improve the bottom line of that business if it's a business that we're going to acquire? There are 5 different asset classes that exist, right? Number one, that we can invest in. And we talk about diversification among the 5 different asset classes. We don't diversify within just one asset class. A lot of people out there on the internet are telling their followers the wrong data, such as diversify in one asset class. And mainly people invest in the paper assets class, which includes stocks, mutual funds, and other investment vehicles that often are fake investment vehicles. Why are they fake? Because they don't put any money into our pocket, into the investor's pocket. If it's not putting money into our pocket right now in the form of passive income or positive cash flow, then it's not an asset, or also capital gains income. But capital gains income only comes in one time, right? That's when we buy something at a certain price and we sell it for a higher price. Whatever that gain is, that is our capital gains income. However, here at Master Investor, we focus specifically in building real assets and acquiring assets that produce passive income, or also known as positive cash flow, okay, which is different than capital gains income. But those are the 2 types of income that we can get from investing: passive income, or also known as positive cash flow, and capital gains income. Rule number 1 in our community here at Master Investors is that we focus on building passive income and multiplying capital through sound investing, which ultimately requires an ongoing study of financial education. That's why here at Master Investor, our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education. Made simple, we're looking for opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. It's all about having the right context in regards to money. The context of the wealthy, we have to adopt that. The core values, the way we approach money. What is money? How to reach financial independence. What is the strategy? What is the plan? Investing is a plan. We will not invest without a plan. We must have that in place. And what is the primary reason as to mastering the ability to write winning business plans? the goal is to have investors lined up to give us money due to the winning business plans that we are putting together. So as long as we put the deal together and it's the right business or investment, money will find us, or we will find the money. Because remember, there is money everywhere looking for a new home to multiply. And we will show that through the PPM, or known as private placement memorandum, or a winning business plan, which details even the liabilities of the business, of the operation. We have to disclose everything to the investors in order for them to be interested in investing and putting their capital to work with us. Okay, so job number one of a wealthy entrepreneur is to raise capital, right? From the front end, when we're building a business, it has to make money from the end user. It has to make profits, has to bring those sales on autopilot. And also from the back end, meaning that the legalities of the business are established, the business is running properly, and is so attractive because everything is in order accordingly. And because of that, private investors, banks, angel investors, and other types of investors will be willing to invest in our business from the back end as a loan provider. And we want to use as much debt as possible because debt is money, and we want to use debt to invest, not to just buy liabilities. We're going to buy liabilities at a certain point, right? Because we are building assets that produce passive income to pay for whatever we want to have in our lives. Whether it's a Lamborghini, whether it's a private jet, whether it's whatever the material things that we want to have, we're going to have an asset first, and we're going to acquire that asset hopefully with debt so that we can minimize taxes, because debt is money. Remember, today money is not longer real money like it used to be. It's not longer backed up by gold. Today money is an idea backed up by confidence. As long as we put a deal together, we can present that to the bank, we can present that to other investors, we can raise capital. That's the key, to learn how to ask for capital the right way, to learn how to build businesses that produce passive income and create total freedom in our lives. It's all about building networks. It's about understanding how to read financial statements, how to improve them, how to work on ourselves on a daily basis as well. It's all about challenging our core values and what we've been taught, because a lot of times what we've been taught is obsolete and people still operating with the old rules of money. Interesting enough, and they're losing at the game of money, and they're wondering why they're losing at the game of money. And majority of people think that investing is risky, and I always say it's not investing or business that is risky. It's the investor or the business person behind the business that makes business risky. And what is the solution to that? Financial education. I want to take a moment and encourage everyone who is new in our community, or whoever has already been part of our community but has not yet got the digital courses and ebooks that we have available on stores right now. We have 3 out right now: the 10 new rules of money, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on, and how to invest in crypto to build wealth. Look for the link somewhere in the description of this video. Go ahead and head over to our website. Get the digital courses with the ebooks. It's going to literally change our finances forever, as long as we apply the information, okay? We have to take action, and we are responsible for that. We have to hold each other accountable to the fact that we have to take action. Once we have the information in our hands, we have to begin to make a plan immediately on how to build our first asset, how we're going to acquire our first passive income. We need to receive income through passive income, through cash flow, in order for us to call ourselves a master investor, right? In order for us to be an ensign investor, someone that knows how to raise capital, how to multiply money, how to thrive through cash flow, okay? We are asset wealthy individuals. We acquire assets that produce passive income, and that income that is coming in from those assets, that's what we use to pay for our living expenses and anything that we have in our lives. So we're focusing on having cash flow, and that's how we become wealthy and ultimately totally free. And there's no limit to how much cash flow we can obtain, because we can have as many assets as we can possibly handle, and we can use as much debt as we can possibly handle, because the government and the banks are in the business of lending money, because they understand that money works with debt. Money is created with debt. Money is debt. Debt is money. Therefore, we need to learn how to master and control debt, how to manage it properly so that we can utilize it to our advantage. A lot of people use it to only buy liabilities first, not knowing that they could actually use that same money to buy an asset that will produce passive income, and then they can buy the liability, and at the end the liability will be free, because who is paying for it? The businesses, the investment is, and that investment revenue brought the initial capital back to us already. We pay back the bank and it's still producing positive cash flow, and that is when we have no money into the deal, we still control the deal and we receive a positive cash flow. That is infinite return on investment. Make sure we write that word down, because that's the holy grail of investing. That's what we're looking for. If we can get 100% financing on all of our deals, even better, because right from the get-go, that's tax-free. As long as we're using debt, it's tax-free. The debt, all debt is tax-free. That's why we love to use debt, and we want to be in good debt as much as possible, as much as we can handle. Everybody's capability of handling debt is different. It depends on the risk management and how well we are prepared to take on debt. A lot of people get scared by being in debt because they lack the information and the experience, the knowledge, and the understanding on how to build wealth using debt and minimize taxes all the way to zero legally. There's no reason to do anything illegally when it comes to building wealth, because we're risking the ultimate reward, which is freedom. We don't want to do that. It's way too easy to become wealthy the legal way for anyone to do it illegally and risk freedom, which that's what we're doing here as business people and inside investors, to build freedom, to have control over our time and be able to do whatever we want without depending to a job or somebody else's demands. We're taking control over our time, because that's the most important asset and the most valuable asset we'll have, because we can't replace it. Together with our minds and, of course, our freedom. Those three things we never jeopardize. Okay, so reading financial statements and improving them, that is the foundation of true wealth. That's where we want to focus on becoming masters at. And we have a financial statement that is blank inside of our digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. That digital course comes with several different assets, like a mutual agreement. We have the blank financial statement that I'm talking about, that we can all download into Excel, and of course fill it in with the numbers and the current income that we have now, so we can see where we are today, how many assets we have, and we can determine how is the cash flow flowing through our financial statement. And our personal financial statement, a business financial statement has 6 basic essential words that we have to master. And those words are, in the income statement, we'll find the income column, the expenses column, and then in the balance statement, we find the asset columns and the liabilities column. Okay, and then the other 2 words are cash flow. So income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and cash flow. Those are the 6 basic words that we must master when it comes to understanding our financial statement. And we keep things super simple. Investing doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be complex. It is a complex subject because it means different things for different people, and that's what makes it complex, okay? Because a lot of people call investing what is not really investing. It's trading, it's gambling. A lot of people are losers when it comes to building wealth because they have no financial education, they have no plan behind what they're doing, and yeah, they're calling themselves investors. So we're going to develop true leaders, wealth entrepreneurs, and inside investors here in our community. Ensure to subscribe. And if you have any questions, make sure you let us know. We love to interact and answer any sort of feedback that you may have for us. We appreciate the time that you're investing in your financial education here with us, which helps our channel ultimately to rank higher and spread the word and be able to fulfill our mission, which is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity. Together we can do this because we all are connected to somebody that needs the information that we're sharing here, which is not found that easy. We have to really dig in deep, and that's what we're doing here. We're going to bring exactly the ultra wealthy mindset into people's eyeballs so that they can take it and run with it. We have to use what we're learning, and we're going to do it in such a simple manner that anyone, regardless of their background, can take action and can follow simple steps that we are all doing and proven to work. So we're going to do this as a team. Welcome to our community here at Master Investor. We're going to shift the way we think about money, the way we approach, the way we invest. We're going to understand how to use debt, how to minimize taxes all the way to zero. We're going to master the language of money. There are about 1 million words in the dictionary. How many words do a person holds? And how many out of their vocabulary, how many are they belong to the business vocabulary, the money vocabulary? Okay, so we need to focus on improving every day, learning a new word every day. So we learn infinite return on investment, right? All of these are new words that many people haven't heard before, and they don't understand that they exist. And that's what really opens up the doors to ultimate wealth, is the right words, the right mindset. It starts within. It really does. It does not take money to make money. What it takes is financial education, because a lot of people have money and they can't make money with that money. They lose that money all the time. So the saying that takes money to make money is only true when the person has financial education. Yeah, some people get lucky and they win here and there, and they feel like they're now, because they had a win, they're investors. But remember, we're not focusing on capital gains income. We're focusing on positive cash flow. It takes a higher level of financial education to be able to achieve that. And we're going to be able to do that here at Master Investor because we are learning the basics. We're going back to the fundamentals of business and investing, which are critical to master, to go back and learn over and over again and improve. There's always something new to learn about business. So much material out there right now that we can utilize into our advantage. The reason people are where they are financially is because they lack the resources. Not so much they lack the resources, because we all have access to the information, like I was saying earlier on the video. It has never happened in history that everyone has access to the information. It used to be only the wealthy people had access to the information. Now we all have access to the information, but now the trick is finding the right information. We have 24 hours a day, and if you're running with the wrong information, then it's going to be a recipe for disaster. It's that simple. So we need to double check and, of course, do our due diligence on anything that we're doing. What are the most important words in the business language? Cash flow. And the second most important word is due diligence. Write that down because it's very important. A lot of people don't do due diligence and they lack the right information to make a sound decision on that business or investment they're about to embark on. Doing due diligence can really keep us away from liabilities and bad investments. So learning how to read financial statements, learning how to improve our financial IQ so that we can solve financial problems, improve our social skills, go out there and confront life, get to network with other people, with strangers, learn how to provide what they need to them, how to become valuable to their lives, to provide more than we promise, to over-deliver on their promise. We have to make sure that we leave people's vicinities with 100% positive energy, in the sense that when we leave their vicinity, they're thinking, wow, that was better than I expected. And we can turn anything into gold when we act like that. We have that attitude that whatever we're doing, we're going to turn it into gold. We're going to make sure that we do our best. We're going to, like I said, over deliver on their promise, right? We're going to give more value to them, more than they expected, so that when we leave their vicinity, they're saying, this is better than I expected. And that is how we're going to make remarkable impact in this world. Literally, we can change people's lives like this with that type of attitude. And that's the master investor attitude, is turning everything that we touch into gold. And we have to have the right mindset. We have to have also the right group of people around us. Read the right books. What are we listening to? Who are we talking to? What type of words are we learning every single day? Are we learning any new word? Imagine one new word a day. That's 365 more words that we have under our belt by the end of the year. And if we focus that on business vocabulary, then we're going to be wealthier by the end of the year, just because of our vocabulary has increased regarding money. That's one of the main difference between the poor and the wealthy, is our vocabulary, and the way we invest our time. Majority of people that are poor in the middle class, they're investing time in working hard for money, working at a job, showing up. They don't put any money into their financial education. And if they invest in anything, they invest in fake assets, like I was mentioning earlier, 401k, mutual funds, CDs, savings, and all of these fake assets that really do not make the person cash flow rich. It makes them poorer, because it's taking money out of their pocket. It's not putting money into their pocket. And they may look like they're getting rich because they're getting a paper that says that their stocks are going up on value. But if it's not putting money into our pocket right now, we don't have that in our bank account coming in, then it's not an asset. We cannot call that an asset. So we have to define what is an asset properly in our lives. You cannot define something that is a liability and asset, otherwise you're completely messing the whole game. Because the holy grail is to acquire assets, real assets that produce passive income, and of course sometimes capital gains income, and we're going to diversify among the 5 different asset classes. So our strategy is to acquire businesses, and if we can build a business from scratch, it could be one simple website that is selling a product that is going viral, right? But the idea is to create businesses and acquire businesses that create passive income, so that we can buy other investments with that income. And a lot of people do not qualify as an accredited investor because they don't have the income necessary to pass the requisites that the SEC, Security Exchange Commission of the United States, requires the person to be able to access the best and the worst investments. Interesting enough, it was created to protect the financial illiterate, the financial uneducated investor, okay, from the best investments and from the worst investments. And the only way we can access those investments, if we're not an accredited investor, the good news is that we still have the ability to access those investments as long as we focus on building businesses that produce passive income that then can buy other assets for us, other cash flowing assets. And then we can get into that category where we have access to the best investments that exist. So the main focus is to learn the basics and to get into business as soon as possible. Learn the basics of business and investing, going back to it every single day. Learn something new. Look at the financial statement daily. Improve it. How we're going to change the pattern, the way we spend money. And it's not about saving money. It's not about shrinking. It's about spending more money, but the right way. It's about allocating money, having a plan for our money, for every single dollar that we have under our control. We have to put it to work and make it multiply and come back to us so that we can continue to grow our freedom. And it's all about building networks, having the right relationships. Make sure that you focus on also cutting out the people and the relations that need to go out of our lives unapologetically. We have to remove them out of our lives. We have to say no more often to distractions and things that are not in alignment with our purpose in life. We have to make sure that we are walking on the straight line for what feels good to us, what is our purpose. And it could be more than one purpose, but what is our purpose in life? What is our destination? What do we want out of life, right? And we have to align all these things and say no to the things that are distracting us from those goals. We need to be laser focused and make sure that we're investing our time properly. Don't let people rob our time. Time is the most valuable asset we all have. Like I mentioned, we have to make sure that we take care of it. We invest it where it needs to be invested so that we can grow financially, spiritually, physically, emotionally, right? And be able to reach our potential every single day. It's all about optimizing our days and creating freedom. It's about always keeping that in our back of our head. Whatever we're doing right now, is that going to create more freedom for us, or is going to slave our time into whatever activity we're doing? We want to make sure that we're creating things and acquiring businesses that create freedom for us. That, yes, we might have to put attention a little bit into fixing whatever is being mismanaged, right? We might have to give energy and attention to it for a little bit, but we have people and we have systems in place. And if it's an existing business, it should have already systems in place doing the selling and telling for us. So the idea of having a business that it runs for us on autopilot is solving a problem so good in the marketplace that we're getting rewarded. We're getting that passive income constantly with ease because it's solving the problem. It has a mission, it's doing it very well because the systems are in place, the legalities are in order. We have people that are running the operation, and all we do is control the cash flow. We divert the cash flow into a new cash flowing asset, into a different asset class, and we continue to build wealth, and we repeat the process. And a lot of times people don't get to become wealthy because the process of becoming wealthy is, and it can be, I don't think so boring, but it can be boring, mechanical, and dual, you know. And so it can be hard for people to stick to that strategy because it gets boring because it has to be done every single day until we wake up one day and we're like, oh, we're actually wealthy. We have enough passive income coming in from different asset classes. But that entire process of acquiring the assets that are producing passive income for us was a job of its own, right? It was a matter of dedication, effort, understanding about business, investing in financial education, taking risk, taking the leap of faith. And we know that investing comes with risk. And that's why the SEC was created, because the SEC understands that investing comes with risk, and certain assets, certain vehicles, certain procedures, they do come with a lot of risk. And so they want to protect the financial uneducated from those risks, even though they could be the best investments. But they need to first show that they are accredited investors, meaning they have enough to lose without being left in the streets. They have to show that they have enough capital to be able to call themselves an accredited investor, where now they have access to those investments. But we're thriving to be an inside investor, which we don't have to be an accredited investor, because when we become an inside investor, we automatically go over the status of an accredited investor. We're at the highest level. We are the ones that are raising capital. We're putting the deal together. We understand how to read financial statements. We understand how to put a cash flow analysis together so we can present it to the bank or whoever investor we're going to be approaching. It could be more than one investor. It could be several investors for the same deal. And we're going to show them the cash flow analysis, the PPM, the private placement memorandum, the winning business plan that we were talking about earlier, and why it's important is so that we have investors lined up to give us money. Because the job number one of a wealthy entrepreneur is to raise capital. And the number one skill is to sell without selling using systems and smart marketing, which is targeted marketing. Is finding the group of people that want what we have right now. They want it right now. They made the decision to buy today. And that group of people, we're going to put that message in front of them so easily that they can grab, purchase, and repeat again. And that is called marketing. That is targeted marketing. So we want to focus on learning about our client, our preferred client, who is ready to buy our products, and how to bring unlimited leads into our businesses and brands. And how we turn a business into a brand, we need to add intrinsic value and business integrity. Intrinsic value means that we're turning the brand into the company into a real brand by adding the legalities from the get-go, meaning that we have a trademark on our logo, we have a patent if it requires one. Whatever products we're doing, we're trademarking that, we're intellectual properties in place, so that no one else can come and take what we're doing that is unique to the marketplace. Our competitors cannot take what we have. And so that's how we add intrinsic value into a company, and how it begins to transform into a brand. Instead of just staying as a company, it becomes a brand. And then business integrity means it has to have profit. It has to make money. Of course, we're in the business to make money. We live in a capitalist country, where at least here in the United States, right? But the world mimics, at least the online world mimics the United States capitalism style, which is the best way of building wealth, because the government doesn't get in between. We have the freedom to build as much as possible. In fact, we get help from the government, and they become our partners because we're doing exactly what they want us to do, which is to invest in things that, of course, help the economy, that will improve the lifestyle of even the world, such as food, energy, technology, anything that literally helps agriculture, right? Anything that can help society in some way or another, the government becomes our partner now. Now we get to use even money that they're giving us. And a lot of times they're grants too, because we don't have to pay them back. So we can find ways to raise capital in many different sectors, in many different asset classes. And we gotta be comfortable using debt and learning how to multiply money using debt, because we're treating it like money, because we understand it's money. It's created with money. And so it's created with debt. I meant to say. So debt is created with money, and money is created with debt. So money is debt, and debt is money. And a lot of people have a hard time grasping that. They still think that money is real money. It's not real money. It's fake. It's monopoly money. We have to learn how to raise capital and how to multiply that capital and how to create positive cash flow for us, so that we don't have to work at a job and slave your life away. It's about freedom and be able to have the ability to do what you want at any time. A lot of people never get to live their dreams because they're too attached to their job. They never figure out how to escape the rat race. And there's nothing with having a good job. If a person likes to work, whatever they're working, great. Remember, become great at anything we're doing. We have to turn everything into gold. We have to have that attitude. But still, we need to learn how to multiply money through investing. Start a side hustle and start learning about investing like we are doing right now. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Give us a like and, of course, comment. If you have any questions, we're here every single day providing financial education. We're going to continue moving forward, bringing great celebrities, entrepreneurs, wealthy people to our digital courses. We're going to be adding more assets as we move forward. So when you get in today and we add any other asset into that digital course, we will be grandfathered in at no additional cost. Meaning that regardless of how much that's going to be in the future, in a year, 2 years from now, whatever price we pay today, we're locked in for that price forever. And we have access to any additional asset that we add in there, which we're adding exclusive interviews with people that have success already, that are making great progress, even new entrepreneurs, okay? We're gonna bring them in. We're gonna have a well-prepared podcast, and of course it's gonna be recorded, and we're going to give it exclusively to the members of the digital course, whichever digital course we're going to be adding that asset into, okay? And ultimately it's to emphasize on the topic of the volume of the digital course or the book. Every book has turned into a digital course in our community. So whatever book we are writing inside of our community and we release it, it becomes a digital course. So for example, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on, you can get it on Amazon. However, you can go to our website, still get the digital copy on our website, and have additional assets because we turn it into a digital course that has videos and other documents that ultimately help us build our financial statement with assets that produce passive income and sometimes capital gains income, because we're going to be diversifying among the 5 different asset classes. So to wrap it up, we learned about the importance of reading financial statements today, improving our financial vocabulary is another task that I want us to do. So we have to learn a word a day, have an app on your phone. When you get our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, the last chapter, we dedicated that into all the financial words. So you can just get the ebook and start reading a word from the back of the book, okay? We added, I think it's chapter 49 of the book. It's 580 pages long, by the way. Great volume. Make sure you go get it. Trust me, it's gonna inspire you and help you take action. It's a total guide on how to build wealth and how to create our first million on positive cash flow, not on revenue, on positive cash flow. Like, that's our profit. That's what we keep. And that is $2,700 per day on profits that we need to make in order to hit $1 million a year. That's about $1.90 per minute. Every minute for the entire year, we need to create $1.90. And when we break it down like that, it doesn't seem that much because money is just an idea. You cannot think of $1 million as a physical thing. You gotta think of it as an idea, because that's what it is. It's an idea. It's digital. And we're going to bring in confidence to be able to acquire that $1 million, to be able to raise it, right? We want to build a business also that people around the world want to become part of it. People around the world want to invest into our businesses because they are valuable and they are solving problems in the world successfully. Every business is built to solve a problem in the world. So the question remains, what is the type of problems that we want to solve? Find a product that we can attach to that solution, right? And focus on products instead of services. Because if you're given a service and now you have to be present, then it becomes a job. Unless you have an agent that's going to be given that service. But we want to be focusing on products that we can sell to the masses at the same time. And a lot of the products we don't need to touch. It could be even an informational product. It could be a digital product. And if it's a physical product, it doesn't even have to be created by us. It can be created by somebody else, and we're going to be utilizing what is called white labeling. And we're going to send the information of the client as we get our orders, and they send it to the client directly with our branding. We didn't create the product, we didn't touch the product. Some people call that drop shipping. That is fine too, we can call that, but the point is that there is a huge opportunity on building passive income fast today online due to technology, artificial intelligence, and the access of information that is available to all of us, which has never happened before. So the goal is to master how to read financial statements so that we improve our personal financial statement daily, and we can also look at other businesses and investments and be able to determine how is a business doing financially. And then once we master how to read financial statements, then we have the keys of becoming ultra wealthy, because that is literally the foundation of true wealth, is mastering the ability of reading financial statements and improving them And another important aspect that we cannot leave out is to master right and winning business plans, because that's how we have investors lined up to give us money. As we know, the job number one of a wealthy entrepreneur is to raise capital. And the number one skill is to sell without selling, using systems and smart marketing. And the job number one of an inside investor is to multiply money, whether it's through debt, capital, right? Whichever, whether it's our own capital or we're using a loan, any type of money is to multiply money through sound investing. That's the job number one of an inside investor. And that's what we're going to be doing here in our community, is to raise capital, to master how to raise capital from our businesses, and also from our presentations that we're going to be giving to our investors. And we're also going to multiply money through sound investing by diversifying among the 5 different asset classes that exist. I hope that you learned something new on today's talk. Let us know if you have any questions. Write down your comment below, and make sure that you go to our website, click the link in the description. And remember, it starts within. Shift our mindset, shift our habits, how we approach money, how we spend money, how we deal with money, how we make money, right? It's important because here at Master Investor, we're mastering making money through passive income, through real active investing. Not giving our money away to anybody else to do it for us. We're going to do it ourselves. We're going to get financial education daily and take action on that, and build businesses that turn into real brands. Bring you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Thank you for having me again here on another extraordinary day on money, business, and investing. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, stay extraordinary and wealthy. I'll see you on the next talk. Bye for now.